Facebook business page as well as the Crafty Gemini YouTube channel. So wherever it is you're watching, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Leave me a comment below. Let me know where you are tuning in from. I'm coming from to you from a different little corner here in my home sewing studio in North Central Florida. I was like, let me sit up. I'm trying not to look just like a laid back blob on here, but my chair is so comfy. Tonight, we're just going to be chatting and answering any last minute questions that you might have about my new online quilt club, Clammy Edition, or Clammy Quilt Club, as a lot of us like to call it. And so basically what it is, and we've been sharing about it for several months now in general, but we've been open for just over a week. And tonight at midnight, we are closing the virtual doors to the online quilt club. So I sent out an email earlier today to my email list. I know some of you said you were going to tune in tonight so you can ask me your questions. And so I have my chat pulled up here. I'll start off just by giving you a little run through about what the quilt club is about. And if you're already signed up and in the club, let me know that in the comments below too, so everybody can see who all else is in the club. Some of you have already finished your first mini quilt. I know I don't really want people who are thinking of signing up today to feel behind, but the videos are all recorded. They're all posted there. You can follow along in the different video lessons as you find time to do it, right? So let me check in here because I saw a question that had already come in, and then I'll tell you a little bit more about the club because I see some questions already coming in. All right, Glenda is asking, do we have to buy the box as well to be a part of the Clammy Club? So the box that Glenda is asking about is basically an optional supply kit box that we put together, and they sold out in minutes last Friday when we went live with the whole club thing. Each box has like a bunch of supplies in it. It had the clammy, it had some fabric for you to play with, a package of batting, a 3-part tool set for pressing seams with a stiletto and a hair marker for marking your quilt lines, all this kind of stuff, right? A bunch of goodies in there. The answer to your question, Glenda, is no, you don't have to buy that box. That was just like an optional thing. Some people, like me, live out in the rural country and don't have access to these supplies locally, somewhere that they can just go to. And then some of us are still quarantining at home. So I know some people are not going out and going into shops to purchase these items. So it was just something optional that we added on. Some people took advantage of it. Others didn't, which is fine, okay? But basically when it comes to supplies, the basic things you'll need if you want to sign up for the club and participate is a clammy ruler. Now, I recommend for beginners, if you're new, and everything about this Clammy Quilt Club is just about sewing curves, okay? So we are using the clammy ruler, and it comes in 4 different sizes. This is a template and a ruler that my friend Latifa Safir designed from Latifa Safir Studios. It comes in a 6-inch, 8-inch, 10-inch, and I actually have a 12-inch here, depending on the size of the types of blocks you want to be making, okay? In the video lessons inside the club, I'm using the 10-inch. Okay, after talking to Latifa and trying some of the templates out myself, we decided that the 10-inch clammy was like the perfect starting point for those of you that are new to curves and want to join the club. All right, so good news. We just restocked these. So if you had ordered one that was on back ordered, the last of those orders should have gone out today. So we restocked, and if anyone signs up tonight and you still need a ruler, you can purchase it in our online shop at craftygemini.com/shop. You'll see the club there, and you'll see you can do a quick search for Clammy ruler, and we'll ship them out tomorrow, okay? Because I have some of my employees coming in the morning to make more boxes and ship more of the back ordered boxes out, as well as individual ruler orders, okay? So you need the ruler. That is a must-have, all right? Because every single mini quilt that we're making features this specific ruler, all right? Aside from that, you need fabric. So if you have a stash and you have scraps, you can use that because we're making mini quilts. So if you have fat quarters, if you have half-yard cuts, that's plenty, okay, to make the 5 projects that we'll be making in the club. Now, the way that it works is that I'm adding new content for a period of 7 weeks. Each one of those 7 weeks, we will meet for a live chat where I will be live only to the club members and I'm answering your questions. So basically, every Monday, I post a new set of videos for a new block using the clammy and a new mini quilt project. And then you have all week to basically work on it if you're trying to like stay on schedule with the calendar. But remember, you don't have to because everything is already posted to the site. And even after the 7-week period of me adding new content, you still have access to all the videos in the entire club indefinitely, okay? So every Monday, a new project goes up. And then that following Sunday, we meet live online to answer your questions. And so I have in the club platform a Google document where I already have over 20 questions. I'm so glad to see so many of you that are in the club already have been watching the videos, have been trying out the different curve piecing techniques that I share in the videos. And I have like 20 some questions already submitted. And then in that submission form during the week, I will look at them, gather up all the things that I need to answer those questions live on camera on Sunday with all the club members. Okay, so that's how that's going to work. All right, so yes, Glenda, to answer, I think I did answer the question already. You don't need the box, but you do need the clammy, okay? You will also need basic quilting supplies like a rotary cutter. If you're using the 10-inch or the 12-inch clammy, you can use a 45mm rotary cutter, and I show that in the video lessons. However, I do recommend the 28mm. It's a smaller circumference blade, which allows you to more easily cut into those curves around the template for the different shaped blocks that we'll be making. And more good news, we just restocked 28mm rotary cutters on our website. So craftygemini.com/shop. It's, I think, the first product there for sale. Okay? All right, so let me go through here and keep on answering questions about this. Ooh, Mary T says, I prepped my fabric and I plan to cut and sew my quarter circles tomorrow. She's so excited. Post pictures. This is something else that comes as a part of the club. It's optional, but it does help. If you are on Facebook, you also get access to our private Facebook group where you can share pictures, ask for advice when you're choosing your fabrics. And so in that group already, several of you have posted pictures of the first project, the first mini quilt with the quarter circle. So that's what Mary says. She's prepping her fabrics and getting ready to work on that project. Because that project and the first 3 welcome, supply, and like overview prep videos were already posted last Friday when we opened the doors. So several of you have already gotten busy this week. Hi, Barb. Hey, Hope, tuning in from Kentucky. Hi, Tamara. She says she's tuning in from freezing cold Chicago. Great. Oh, great. I'm so glad to see so many of you here. And a bunch of you that I see on here are already in the club. So I'm glad that you're in here. If you have any questions, just let me know. Ooh, Janet says, great hair day, Vanessa. Thank you, Janet. I tried some different, like, kids curly putting something on my hair tonight, whatever. And it definitely needed to be washed, so I gave it a go. Hi, Jan. She says, I'm in the club and I'm enjoying the lessons. I'm so glad to hear it. Quarter Seams is asking, where do you sign up? So if you're Quarter Seams, I see you're watching on YouTube. And so in the video description box of this video, you will see the link there where you can sign up. Remember, you guys can always sign up also in our online shop, like whether we're doing a flash sale or we have a new product or something, everything is always at craftygemini.com/shop. Okay? Tamara says she's in the club too. She's loving it so far. Awesome. Great. And so some of you are saying that you're all signed up. You're just waiting on your clammy ruler. So again, heads up, we just restocked. We received a huge order today from Latifa of the 10-inch clammies, and we shipped a bunch out today. The rest should be going out tomorrow, especially if you order tonight, like they're actually in stock. So if you sign up and you need the ruler, you can sign up tonight, get the ruler, and it'll ship out tomorrow, so you won't really be that behind. You know, some people feel like, well, they're behind. Not really. We've only posted the first project. And because they're mini quilts, actually, I'll show you what the first project mini quilt is. They don't take long. Like if you watch the video lessons one day, 20, 30 minutes, right? Depending on the block. So the easiest one is this one, is the quarter circle. And I laid out the video course outline the way that I wanted to teach it to my students, in order from the most simplest block to put together and kind of working your way with sewing the curves, and then working your way up to the trickiest one, which was the clamshell, is the last project, the 5th one. So this is the quarter circle one, and there's only 9 blocks. So this mini quilt top here features 3 different videos, and the videos are like 12 minutes, 15 minutes, and then the other one is almost 19 minutes, something like that. So if you take one day to watch one video, and then spend another 15 minutes prepping, right? So like you're prepping your fabric, you watch the video, 30 minutes max. You know, watch the video and then prep the fabric. 2 days later or the next day, you can watch the second video and then cut the pieces out. So again, another 20, 30 minutes. So it really is broken down into bite-sized chunks, so you don't feel like you're behind because you got to catch up with a twin-size quilt, right? We're not doing that. So these minis are super quick and easy to whip up, and it's a great way to start with those quarter circle blocks. Super cute, just 9, okay? So that's that. Let's see. Oh, Donna says she signed up for the club. Awesome. LA Garrity is asking, what fabric is required? So this is a great question. Most of us, if we're quilters and we're going to be tackling curved patchwork pieces, I should take a moment to say that this is not a beginner quilting club to join. So if you've never made a quilt before, this is not going to be a good match, because we're not covering all the nitty-gritty of the basics of quilting. This is more for like confident beginner quilters and intermediate who maybe have had failed attempts at sewing curves in the past, or who are kind of tired of sewing squares and blocks, you know, and you want to try a new challenge in your quilting this year. Then this is who this club is geared towards, okay? So the fabric that we use is 100% cotton, oftentimes called quilting cottons or calicos. If you go into a fabric store, you'll see it. Like, you can just ask where the quilting cottons are. And it's about a medium weight, 100% cotton. It's just a woven fabric. Different manufacturers make the same 100% cotton fabric, but they will have different hands to them. Some will be drapier than others. Some will almost be like shinier than others. Some are more densely woven than others. But for the most part, it's just an 100% cotton fabric that is most often used in quilting, and it doesn't stretch. It's a woven, okay? So that's what we use, and that's what we definitely recommend that you use if you're going to be in the club and tackling these projects, okay? Donna says she signed up. Awesome. All right, so let's see. Monique says she's having issues with her email. So Miss Monique, go ahead and send us an email so that we can look in to see what's going on with your email and maybe why you're not receiving the newsletters and updates, okay? So send us an email at bea@craftygemini.com. Anytime anybody has any customer service issues or anything, or you can't, you know, you lost your password and it's not giving you another password, you can't remember your email, all that kind of stuff, you want to reach out to our customer service team at bea@craftygemini.com, okay? Barbara says she just watched the first 6 lessons today. Awesome. You see, it doesn't take that much time to watch the lessons and break each little mini quilt down into bite-sized chunks, because it can be overwhelming, right? Learning a new technique, cutting on a curve, then turning a piece on a curve. I want you to take it in little chunks. And one of the reasons I made this little mini quilt be with 9 blocks is because I show you 3 different techniques on how to piece it. So we go through pinning, like a bunch of pins. We go through just the 1 pin method, no pin method, and a glue basting method. So I show you a variety of different ways to put the blocks together, because everybody's kind of like fine motor skills are different. And so I want you to try each technique that I show you in the video lessons until you find the one that works the best for you, right? But so many of you have already posted pictures talking about, you know, I never thought I could sew curves, and like your first attempt, boom, nice and smooth, and there's no pucker. So y'all are doing great out there with that. Anne says her box shipped today. She's so excited. She got her Clammy mug yesterday. She loves it. It's so big. I'm so glad you love it. It's a 15-ounce mug. We are working to get more of those in stock. So if you're in the club and you're wanting your like branded Crafty Gemini Clammy Edition Quilt Club mug, there is a wait list that you can get on in the online shop. So craftygemini.com/shop. You'll see the mug there on the page. When you open it, you can add your email to be on the wait list, and then you'll instantly get an email as soon as we restock those, okay? The reason I didn't end up having enough is because some of them were broken in transit to me. So that wasn't good. So we're working on getting them to replace some to me, and then we'll be able to relist them back in stock, okay? Ooh, Jean says she's in. She joined last night. She did watch the first set of videos. Now she's just waiting for her box. Awesome. Nancy says the same. She signed up. She's waiting for her box. Great, great, great. Yeah, April says, hi, Vanessa from Australia. Hi, April. She says she's in, but she's waiting on her ruler, so she'll have a late start. That's okay. I have a lot of you that are either in Europe, Canada, and Australia that are still waiting on rulers because, unfortunately, they weren't able to like source clammy rulers from somebody local in their area. We do ship internationally, so that's great that you have that option. But don't worry about falling too far behind, April. I can't wait to see your mini quilts. All right, so let's see. Oh my gosh, so many questions. Like all these chat things are scrolling on my thing. Let me slow down and see. Okay, great. So Vernella's asking, I'm in the club but have not received my box with the clammy ruler. Will I be too far behind? You won't. So if you ordered a box that was in stock, those already shipped. If you ordered a box that was back ordered, those have already shipped. And so tomorrow we'll be relisting more boxes, okay? I have some employees coming in the morning to make more boxes, and so we'll relist some more. So that means that all the ones that are back ordered that were in stock that sold already should all have been shipped out at the latest tomorrow. So just remember, when our team ships out anything, you are automatically emailed with the tracking notification. So just keep an eye out for that email, and that way you can track your package. But, you know, some people are ordering even today. Some people will order tomorrow. You're not going to be that far behind. It's not like a catch-up kind of thing. And the fact that they are small mini quilts that we're making with the 5 different shapes, I feel like you could still catch up if you wanted to, right? Like if you wanted to stay up with the calendar, you still could, because you wouldn't even have to work on the stuff every day. All right. June says, yes, I'm so excited. I signed up. Are you getting more boxes? I'm on the wait list. We are. So we'll be working on packaging more boxes up tomorrow. So if you're on the wait list, June, just be looking out for your email, because as soon as they're back in stock, everybody on the wait list gets an email. And we have a lot of you on the wait list waiting for those boxes. So I'm glad that we're able to get all that stuff. All right. That's okay. Yolanda says stragglers like me missed the box. No big deal. Remember, the box was optional. I know, you know, everything is pricey, right? There's a lot of items in that box. So I know not everybody could grab one. It's fine. If you have a big stash and you have a lot of supplies, you can totally make do. Like I said, you need the clammy ruler for sure, and it could be in any size. But you need the clammy because all the projects are based on the ruler. But then you need fabric, quilting fabric, right? Quilting cottons. You need a rotary cutter and a rotary cutting mat, pins, a glue stick or Elmer's glue. I mean, it costs like $1. You can get that at any corner store in the US at least. And a sewing machine that does straight stitch capability and cotton thread. That's really it, you know? So if you're a quilter, and you should be if you're thinking about signing up for this club, because remember, this is not a beginning quilting club. This is for confident beginners or intermediate level quilters who are ready to tackle curves. There are 25 video lessons in this club, and they all are specifically targeting sewing curved patchwork pieces. So we're not going to be going over basic stuff in here, okay? This is, you know, we're tackling curves, and there's a lot to cover when we're dealing with curves. So that's what we will be covering there. Hi, Denise. She says it's her first time watching. Well, this is a boring one for you to watch. I'm just answering questions on my new quilt club. You should definitely check us out Wednesday afternoons at 5 p.m. Eastern, and then usually on Friday nights at 7 p.m. like now. I'm doing some type of a demo, or I have a flash sale, or I'm doing something more fun than just sitting here answering questions. But I'm glad you can make it live. All right, Michelle says, hello from Texas. When will we get the notification of tracking for the kit? So as soon as your kit box ships, you get an email notification. And obviously that notification will be sent to the email linked to the account that you used to purchase it, okay? So if you have not gotten a notification on tracking number yet, then that means your box is probably going out tomorrow in the new batch, okay, of back ordered orders. All right, let's see. Christina's asking, will the club be sold after it's closed, like with Quilting 101? So after we close the doors tonight, the virtual doors, to the online quilt club, it will be closed. I may consider reopening it later on in the year, maybe next year or something, but as far as this club and this session goes, the doors will close tonight at midnight, and that's so that I can focus on everybody that's in the club. We have weekly live chats. I want to get everybody sewing curves as successfully as possible, so I can't have like a rotating door, you know, just like letting people in, people coming in later and this and that. We're not going to do that. So tonight at midnight, the doors close, right? As far as we all know, indefinitely they close. I may open it up again and do like a second batch if I find that there's really a lot of interest. But for right now, we're just closing it flat out tonight at midnight. Okay, so if you're thinking about joining, or maybe you're a quilter who's like working on your second quilt, and maybe you're like in between and you're not too sure about your skill set or if you can do it, if you want to try the curves, I would say get in now, because it's one, at a sale price. If I do reopen it, chances are it's not going to be at the $97 price point, because I already dropped the price down from $137. So that's one thing. Two, you have access forever to the videos. So even if you're not ready for it right now, right, in 6 months, maybe when you try a few more other quilt projects, then you might want to go back and watch those videos, and they'll be right there for you. So that's always an option to consider. Okay, let's see. So Janice is asking, where's the Clammy Quilt Club online to post pictures? So the group where you're going to be able to post the pictures, Janice, is the Facebook group for the Crafty Gemini Quilt Club. We're using that private group for the Clammy Quilt Club as well. Facebook right now, unfortunately, it's like the only platform that makes it super easy for people to share pictures and comments and kind of find a whole archive thread of stuff. So that is where it's going to be for you to post the pictures, okay? If you are not, oh great, I was just about to answer this. Mary Grace is asking, is there somewhere to post pics if I'm not on Facebook? So one option you have is to email us the pictures, and that's something that we can do during the live chats on the Sundays, is do like a little slideshow of member mini quilt pictures for those of you that are not in the Facebook group. Now, we do have a private Facebook group for the club, but you do not have to be in it, right? I always have students who have no interest in opening up a Facebook page, and they just, you know, they oftentimes will ask me, do I have to have a Facebook to be a part of it? You don't. I mean, it helps if you have a Facebook page because it's super friendly in there. Everybody's so enthusiastic. And if you want to share your project with somebody, it's so fun to like post a picture, and in 45 seconds, you have like 5 people who are like, amazing work, great fabric choices, I love what you did. And it just is like, adds to that sense of community that feels so good. Especially when you live in a house with people who don't get it and you like run around. Has anybody done that where you like, look what I made? And people are like, okay, who cares? It kind of kills your vibe a little bit. So being able to share that in a Facebook group where people get it, right, and speak your same language when it comes to quilting is super fun. All right, let's see. Is there somewhere to post? Okay, I answered that. Let's see. If I join the Clammy Quilt Club tonight, this is Letitia asking, will the box be available to buy in a few weeks? So I think the boxes are going to be available to buy in less time than a few weeks. So if you do sign up tonight, you're probably going to be able to get one even sooner than that, and that way you won't really be that far behind. Okay, so that's the answer to that. Let's see. Stacy's asking, is it too late to get in? It is not. So if you head over to craftygemini.com/shop, or just go to the home page there and click on shop, you'll see the Clammy Quilt Club. The sale price right now is $97. At midnight tonight, it's going to disappear. There won't be no sale price, no nothing. The doors will be closed and nobody else will be able to join. Okay. Pam is asking, how much does it cost? So it's $97, and that's for 7 weeks of video content. We're tackling 5 mini quilt projects, 20 step-by-step video lessons, plus 5 additional bonus video lessons where not only are we going through how to make the different little mini quilt tops, at the end, like the bonus videos are going to share with you steps and techniques that I suggest you try for finishing your quilts. So we're going to talk about a few different options of how you can finish this to make it a quilt sandwich, to hang it up on the wall, how to make and attach the binding. And then I'm also going to include bonus videos on free motion quilting. One will be sharing with you some free motion quilting ideas if you have a long arm. Another bonus video will be on free motion quilting ideas on a regular sewing machine, and then making and attaching binding, and then finally how to hang your mini quilts. So it's like this full intensive of tackling these curved patchwork pieces, making 5 different curved seam mini quilts, finishing them off completely, and playing around with some free motion quilting. Okay, so all that, and the price is $97. You also have unlimited access to the stuff. On top of that, there's also like bonus PDF printables. We have coloring pages in there for every single one of the 5 shapes, so that you can use colored pencils or markers or whatever to help you design if you decide to choose one of these blocks. So for example, here's the full circle. This is the mini quilt, okay? This is just 4 full circles. They're not appliqued, y'all. They're pieced. So this is something that you also learn how to do in my Clammy Quilt Club, okay? This is actually one of my favorites. It's nuts. Like when you have this skinny gray background piece and you have just a full circle, you're looking at it like, really? How am I going to piece these 2 together, right? Without having puckers and pleats. And listen, if you follow my tips and tricks, you're going to be amazed, okay? So this is the mini quilt. So say you do this and you're like, wow, that was pretty easy. I love it. I want to make a big quilt with full circles, right? So the coloring pages allow you to print it out, count out how many blocks across by how many blocks down I want my big quilt to be. You can color it in, sketch it in, you know, like the different fabric colors and what you're thinking about. And so you basically sketch out the big quilt design before you jump into cutting your fabric. So I think that's an amazing value, and that's something that's really, really helpful if you find that you're going to venture out beyond mini quilts and tackle some larger quilts, okay? All right, Carla says she just ordered her Clammy. Woohoo! Awesome. Yeah, they're back in stock, y'all. If you were missing out on the 10-inch Clammy ruler by itself, we have them back in stock. All right. Anne says, any chance you'll be selling fabric kits for the quilts on the chair you're sitting on? Y'all, I cannot even take credit for these quilts. These are sample quilts that Latifa sent me. She's the designer of the Clammy ruler, so that I could show some different quilt designs. This is the orange peel block. Isn't this amazing? This thing goes, look at this. It's like all the colors. Has greens and blues. I mean, what? Super cute. This one is the quarter circle one. Again, rainbow style, super fresh and modern quilts. Look at this. Isn't that gorgeous? And you can totally do this. If you think about it, and this, I'm looking at it, I think this was done maybe with the 12-inch Clammy, maybe not. Let's see. Nope, looks like it was made with the 10-inch Clammy. So if you tackle this, you just got to repeat this a bunch more times to make a bigger quilt. You know what I mean? So I think y'all can do this. I think y'all can make some super cute quilts like these. And even smaller projects. You don't have to make the huge, huge quilts if you don't want to, right? Y'all have seen this pillow. This also uses that same orange peel block. And this is block number 4. In the way that I'm teaching the lessons in the Quilt Club, I find that this is, out of the 5, the 4th most complex. I'm not going to say hard because I'm going to hook y'all up and teach y'all how to do it good. But that's the 4th project. So we start off. Let's just go through them real quick. First project, which is already up. You have the first 6 video lessons out of the 20 are already posted. So if you join tonight, you can watch them tonight before you go to bed. So first one is the quarter circle mini. The next one is the half circle mini. And this is just one that I threw together. I'm going to finish it and hang it up on my wall. Do y'all see my bare wall back here? Because I had to change the chair into this corner, I've been putting up I have a bunch of minis. You can't really see them in this camera shot, but I still need to fill up like this wall and that wall with minis. So all my Clammy mini quilts are going to be put up here. So this is one that features half circles, so half and half. And then here it's a full circle because I've joined together 2 half circles. And then here, I joined 2 half circles to make a circle too, but they're just 2 different fabrics. So it gives you like that. I feel like this one makes such a super cute like a moon phase quilt. Wouldn't that be pretty? That's what I thought about when I did this. I was like, it looks like moon phases almost. But yeah, so a lot of different things you can do. So we said quarter circle, half circle. Then we move on to the full circle is the 3rd project, okay? Then the 4th one we said was this guy, the orange peel. And then the 5th one is the clamshell. And I don't even have it here. Where's my Clammy? That's the 5th one. It has different pieces. It's not just like 1 or 2 pieces. Oh, I don't have it here. Y'all have seen it, right? Anyways, it's the actual clamshell shape of the template. So it features like different pieces for the left corner, different pieces for across the top, different pieces for the right. So it's just a lot more pieces. And then the shape of the clamp, which has a curve here, and curve here, and everything gets pieced into all those 3 sides, right? So that's the last one. The 5th mini quilt that we'll tackle will be the clamshell shape. So those are the 5 different shapes that we're gonna learn how to cut out, prep the fabrics, piece, how to trim your blocks down, and then how to make it into a mini quilt. Okay. Let's see. Woo, let me go back up here. I missed some stuff. Nancy says, how do I get in the Clammy Facebook group? Girl, you already in the Clammy Facebook group because it's the same. It's the Crafty Gemini Quilt Club. You've been in the Crafty Gemini Quilt Club. You know which one it is. So you're in there. No worries. You're not left out, girl. You're good. All right. So, Anne, to answer your question about these quilts, no, I won't be selling fabric kits because I don't even know what these fabrics are. For these 2 quilts that are in the back, these are Latifa's, basically her samples from her trunk show that I had her send me so that I can show y'all some finished quilts with the Clammy. All right. Brenda's asking, are the club boxes available? So right now they are sold out, Brenda, but we are shipping the last of the back ordered ones tomorrow. And so whatever we have left over, plus the new ones that we're making, we will restock. We know, if you're on the wait list, you probably are if you're asking about the box. That means you know about them. If you're on the wait list, as soon as they're back in stock, everybody that's on the wait list will be emailed, and our system, our shop system tells you like, hey, this item is back in store. You can click here to buy it now. So if you still want to get a box, we will have that option shortly, okay? All right, let's see. Oh, I can't. Okay, Mary Grace says, I watched the video and took notes Tuesday, Wednesday, and Wednesday she got her 9 blocks done today. Let me see. She took notes Tuesday and Wednesday, and then she got her 9 blocks done today. Ironing and squaring them up tomorrow. That sounds awesome. They're cute, bite-sized projects. And I feel like as quilters, sometimes we have those big projects that we're working on that take 6 months, a year. If you know me, you know I ain't got time for all that. If I can't make the quilt literally in a day or two, I ain't doing it. So, but I know a lot of you out there tackle these really big projects that take forever, and it's like you almost want like a palette cleanser in between, right? I feel like that's why a lot of us jump into bag making or like little basket making or little thread catchers and like those small instant gratification projects, because it breaks up the bigger projects that you have, right? And we all have stacks of UFOs. Let's be real. How many current projects do you have that you're working on or that you could work on at any given moment, right? Dozens, probably. Most of us, I think, do. But a little mini quilt like this allows you to just like watch the videos one day, another day cut the fabric, another day piece it together, and then you're like, wow, I made a little mini quilt. That was good, right? Those little quick palette cleansers, instant gratification projects. I love those. All right. So let's see. I'm toying with putting all the squares together into one quilt. Any suggestions on patterns for them all together? That's interesting, Kay. I have not seen anything done like that yet. You're like a sampler of sorts, right? With all the clammy blocks. Huh. That would be super interesting. I haven't seen anything like that. We probably have to do a Google search or maybe something on Pinterest and see if somebody has done something like that. But that sounds really, really cool. Rebecca says, you gave us so many cool tips and tricks. I'm so glad that you appreciate them. I try. So I like filming as I'm working because I'm walking through what I'm doing. And so that way I can explain to y'all what it is that I'm doing every step of the way. Great. All right. Delphine is asking, are you planning on having a beginner's class in the near future? So surprisingly enough, I've gotten a lot of emails about this recently. I think because people feel like they're not ready for the Clammy Quilt Club. So they're asking like, are you going to have a beginner one where I can get my skills up to par? That may be something, you know, to consider in the future. So yeah, we'll definitely consider that. All right. Ooh. Hi, Ruby. She says, I love your hair. Thanks, girl. All the curls. Let's see. All right. Let's see. LaShawn is asking, there's a Facebook group. So yeah, you can add, so if you're in the Quilt Club, when you log in, okay, at the top it says club calendar and other important information. Click to open that page. In there, I have the full listed calendar of when the live chats are and when each new video lesson pack, basically for each mini quilt, goes up. Okay, I have a time zone converter for those of you that are not on the East Coast like me. If you live in Australia or in the UK or wherever on the West Coast of the US, you can click there so that you can write down in your calendar at what time the live sessions are and see if the time works out. For those of you that cannot make the Sundays at 3 p.m. calls, like live chats to answer where I'm answering your questions for that week's project, if you can't join, they're all recorded. So they'll be there, right? So if you miss it, the next day or whenever you get off work from whatever late shift or, you know, whatever your situation is, just click like you're going to go watch it live and it'll kick in and play the recording for you. Okay, so that's in there. And so I was going somewhere with this. I was trying to explain that all the information is there. Then there's also a link in there that tells you click here to ask to join our Facebook group. If you have Facebook, remember I said it's not mandatory. It's just for those of you that are on Facebook. It's a great place to share your projects that we're working on in the club. And yeah, that was it. That's what I was going to say. Okay, so Becky's asking too about the Facebook group. Yeah, so if you log into your club account where it has like all the important information. Oh, wait, I forgot to tell y'all. I uploaded the cutest calendar PDFs that you can print out that has all the dates of when the new video lessons are posted, when the live chats are, and then it has the whole week calendar there, so you can write in your notes and say, okay, Wednesday I'm going to watch the video, Thursday I'm going to press my fabric and cut out the pieces, Friday I'm going to work on it. So you can print them. They're super cute. They're all branded. My graphic designer made them for me. And so there's two, the February and the March one, so that it'll take us through all the content. So if you logged on last week, these weren't up there. So log in and you can print out those that PDF calendar printable that we put up there for you. Okay. Rebecca says she's drinking from her mug right now. That's awesome. If you're in the club already, see us on Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern to answer your questions. I will have my mug with some tea for sure. Cheryl says, whoops. Okay, Valerie's asking, I don't know where to post pictures. So Valerie, you can post pictures in the Facebook group if you're on the Facebook group. If you're not on Facebook, just email us the pictures with whatever information you want us to share, and that way I can share them from my screen on Sunday during the live chats, right? If you want to share your stuff with the other students. Cheryl's asking, how do I know if my box has shipped? So whenever you purchase anything from us, as soon as our team ships it, you are instantly emailed an email saying, hey, your stuff has shipped with the tracking information in it, okay? And even if you don't get that email, or maybe it went to spam, or you can't find it, or deleted it by mistake, whatever it is, all you got to do is log into your account at craftygemini.com, and when you click on your orders, any orders that you place through our website will be there, and the tracking shows on the order as well, if it's a physical product order, okay? All right, let's see. Made by KWE is asking, I have 12, how do I find measurements? So I'm assuming you mean you have the 12-inch clammy, how do you find the measurements? So underneath the videos for cutting out the fabric pieces of the first project, which is already up, the quarter circle mini quilt, I included a little note there that tells you the pieces you need to cut out for each size clammy, 6-inch, 8-inch, 10-inch, or 12-inch. So if you log in to watch the videos, you'll see the information right there for you. All right. Nancy says you're sitting in such a nice, colorful corner. Thank you, Nancy. I can't wait to put more mini quilts up on the wall. This chair, I was like, you need to sit up, chest back, look, but it is just too comfy. I gotta like lean into my quilts, y'all. This chair is like the perfect spot. All right, let's see. Letitia's asking, how long will the box be available to purchase? So as long as we're still getting people on the wait list that want them, we'll keep restocking them, okay? Unless one of our distributors doesn't sell a product anymore, then we're going to be in trouble. But I'm sure I can find it somewhere else, so that should not be a problem. All right, Cheryl's asking, in joining with the $97, is the box included? It is not. The box is sold separately as an optional item, okay? The box has like $130 worth of stuff in it, plus we offer free shipping on that box in the US, so there's no way that we could put in all the video content, 25 plus lessons, all the printables and everything, plus that for $97. So they're all sold separately. The mug is separate, the box is separate, and we, if you want to get in on the mug, right now we're sold out, but you can add yourself to the wait list, and we were doing free shipping on those too in the US. So you can add yourself to the wait list if you want that, and then the box again is also sold out, so you can add yourself to the wait list for that. But again, the box is separate from the Quilt Club. If you're looking for the most affordable route to join the club and not spend way too much, it would be the $97 to join the club and get access to all the content, and then plus the ruler. Okay, so obviously the cheapest ruler is going to be the smallest one, the 6-inch one. But if you're new to curves, I do not recommend you start off with a 6-inch clammy. Some people can do it fine, but again, I'm trying to set my students up for the most successful results. And that's why I chose the 10-inch clammy to teach all the video lessons with. So 10-inch or 12-inch. Obviously, the bigger the ruler, the more expensive it is. You can't get around that, but that's the basic costs involved if you have like a sewing machine, if you have a rotary cutter and a cutting mat and basic supplies, okay? All right. Kim says the quilts behind you are beautiful. Thank you. These are all made with the clammy ruler. Latifa made these, and they're part of her trunk show. There's so many different ways that you can use this ruler, and so that's what we're doing in the Quilt Club, is showing you 5 different shapes that you can cut out and make mini quilts with, and then of course you can just expand, make more blocks to make larger quilts, okay? What size clammy ruler one you used in your block? So the one that I used for these little minis are all the 10-inch. So this is the size of a mini quilt if you do 4 full circles using the 10-inch clammy. So you can imagine the 8-inch one is going to be a little bit smaller, 6-inch smaller than that, and the 12-inch a little bit bigger. Okay? So that's that. And the ruler that we have in stock right now, the rest of them are back ordered. The one that we have in stock right now is the 10-inch, which is perfect because that way you can watch the videos. I'm using the 10-inch too, and you know exactly what you got to do as you're watching me do that. Okay? Let's see. All right. Let's see. Oh, Jan is asking, where is this live on Facebook? So when we go live on YouTube, the live on Facebook is on the Crafty Gemini business page. So facebook.com/CraftyGemini. That's the business page there. Oh, Ellen says, now I'm a member. So excited. I cannot wait to see these mini quilts, y'all. If you're on my email newsletter, you've seen that this week, as I sent y'all emails telling you about the club, I've been posting pictures of mini quilts, the quarter circle ones that some members have already made. Amazing. Because we have been talking about this club for months now. Okay. I know some people feel like tomorrow I'm going to wake up to a bunch of emails of people that are like, I can't believe you closed the doors. I had no idea. I didn't know. And it's like, on the other hand, I have people who are saying like, wow, you're sending way too many emails. So it's like, you can't win, right? I'm trying to get everybody in who wants to be in the club. And then remember I said at midnight, we're closing the doors. And I know I'm going to get emails tomorrow from people saying like, you should have just left it open. It happens every time. But I'm telling you, because if you're watching me right now, we will close it at midnight tonight, okay? All right, so let's see. Oh, great. Some of you are already in the club. Some of you got your box already. Great. Sherry says she ordered her clammy ruler. Whoop, whoop. Yep, if you order it tonight, they're in stock right now. We will do our best to ship them out tomorrow, for sure, okay? Let's see. PJ says, absolutely agree. No big projects for a while. I feel you on that. Yes, Tamara's saying exactly what I'm trying to explain to y'all. These blocks will make great bags, pouches, and pillow covers. And I think it was Jamie who's already in the club and asked me off of this picture. This is one of the samples that Latifa sent me too. I put one of my pillow forms in here, but this is like a mini quilt, right? Of the orange peel, but she just turned it into a quilted pillow front. How gorgeous is this? And if you look and see how many different fabrics are featured on here, this screams scrap buster, okay? If you have like little bitty pieces, little random leftover strips, can you imagine? Look at this. So she was like, can you show us how to make this project in the club? And I was like, sure, why not? So when we get to the orange peel, I'll throw in some extra bonus videos and I'll show y'all how to do something like this, okay? And that's the beauty of my online courses. I can do whatever I want. I can film as many extra bonuses and whatever I feel like doing. I go off of your feedback in the live Q&A sessions. And if I see that like 10 people are asking the exact same thing and it's easier for me to show it, I'll just film another video and post it up there so you have access to it indefinitely. And if you've been in any of my clubs or courses over the past 7 or 8 years, you know that that's how I roll. I just add another video. Why? Because I don't have to get a whole production crew out here. I film, I produce, I edit my own videos. And because I teach the content, I know exactly what angle I want to show in the camera. I want to show, fast forward. I want to show slow motion if I feel like it's something where I need to slow it down. I'll swap out my lenses if I need to get a super close-up shot of something. So that is no problem at all. If you're in any of my courses or clubs, you can always email me, ask me questions, and tell me to elaborate a little bit more on something. I have no problem making another video. I love the camera. Y'all already knew that though. Okay. All right. Tanya says, I'm not sure how I'm going to do on these curves, but I'm going for it. I can't wait to get my ruler. I'm so happy to hear that. First of all, Miss Tanya, you are not new around here. You got skills, and I'm sure you're going to be able to do this, okay? Oh, Valerie says she found the calendar today and she printed it out. Awesome. Maria says, yes, I saw the calendar. It's really pretty. Yay. All right. Awesome. Oh my gosh. Tamara says the same thing. She printed those out. She has them in her sewing room. I'm so happy to hear that. All right. Oh, I see somebody here has an issue with an address. I ordered a Flash Friday box. It was sent to my billing address and not to my current address. How do I find out how to get the correct address for her snowbird address? So when you log in to your account at CraftyGemini.com, you can go to my account and change any of your information there. So if your shipping details are different from your billing details, make sure that you update them there. If it's a current order that's like in processing mode right now and you want us to make sure it's going to the right place, just send us an email at bea@CraftyGemini.com. Okay, and we will get that sorted out for you. All right. Okay, so great. So if you're enjoying this video or you're in the club and you're ready to get started, give this video a thumbs up, y'all. Share it with your friends. Let me see. Becky's asking, can I substitute a different clammy size if I decide later I want the box? So yes, first I would say email us ahead of time. Because we've been talking about this club for months, I think since like August or September of last year, a lot of you, when we got the clammy rulers in stock, already bought them ahead of time, right? So for the people who purchased the box, even though the box included the 10-inch clammy, we just had them email us, or they included it in the notes of their order and says like, I already have the 10-inch clammy. So all we did was pull the 10-inch clammy from that box and refund them the cost of the ruler. So, I mean, we're a small business. We're mom and pop over here. Just email us and we'll make it work. You know, we can do that. This is not like a separate warehouse that's fulfilling all your stuff. I have my team working here on site, and, you know, we just have to talk to each other like, hey, pull a clammy out of that box and refund this lady. Done. Easy peasy, y'all. It's not that hard. Okay, so if you decide that later you want a different clammy size ruler, just let us know ahead of time. We can invoice you separately for the different size ruler, refund you, right? Depending if you're going down in clammy ruler size or up. That's easy peasy. We can do that. No problem. So Linda says, is the $97 for this one class or all year? So it's for the club, meaning the 25 video lessons surrounding the clammy ruler, right? So there's 5 different projects, so 5 different video courses, and they're all made up of different video lessons. So after the 7 weeks are up, so I'm dripping the content, you know, new project, new mini quilt, every Monday for the 7 weeks, 7 weekly live chats. And then after we get through all the projects and all the bonus videos, then I'm not adding any more content, but you still can log in and access that indefinitely. So if that makes sense. So no, it's not like a subscription, or it's not like a yearly thing or anything. It's just $97 to learn how to sew these 5 mini quilts, finish these mini quilts specifically using the clammy ruler. That's what it is. Okay. Yeah, so Jamie's asking, will you be listing the clammy patterns on the website? I got one of them in the box because that was included too. I forgot about that. But I'm interested in others as well. Yes, we actually just got an order in today, and we're bundling them. I bought them from Latifa to be bundled as all of them in one pack. So we will be listing those. I think I still have a couple of the leftovers because everybody got a different clammy basics pattern in their box. So if you're looking for a specific one or you want to get the whole bundle, just let me know. And we will be stocking those on the website shortly. Okay. Let's see. Oh, awesome. Nancy says she loves the Kai scissors that she ordered from us. She had to order 2 more pairs so she can sit them by her other machine. That's awesome. Kai scissors, they're amazing. And we still have some in stock, actually. So yeah, those are really, really good. They're so sharp and they're like a dream to use in your hand. All right. Let's see. Oh, great. Jane says she just joined. She's anxiously awaiting her 10-inch clammy ruler. That's awesome. So yeah, so all the back-ordered 10-inch clammies already went out today. So you should have gotten shipping notifications on those. We restocked them now. So if you're purchasing tonight, they are in stock and we will work on shipping them tomorrow. Okay. So Deborah is asking, when will the club show up on my club membership page? I ordered tonight. So hi, Deborah. Update. Because we're using a different platform for the courses, it's actually going to be under my individual courses. So if you've signed up for other clubs in the past, those clubs are under your club memberships. But this Clammy Club is actually under my individual courses. And when you log in there, you'll see it. When you click on it, you'll see the cleaner, like better user experience. All the videos have a separate title. Every section is on the left-hand side. For y'all, on the left-hand side of the screen, you can click video by video, project by project, see each thing, and it's like a lot cleaner than how we used to have it before. So yeah, when you log into your account on the website, just click on my individual courses and you'll see it there. All right, let's see. Let's see. Somebody's talking about wine up in here. Okay, good. Yeah. Oh, Rob Gra already answered Deborah. Yes, it's on in your individual courses. Great. So Jan is asking, what size clammy is the best after the 10-inch? So it depends. If you're impatient like me, I would say the 12-inch, right? You're going to be able to make a bigger quilt quicker because the pieces are bigger. But if you're like really into making the mini quilts, I think the 6-inch would be super cute because now you're like dealing in bite-sized pieces, right? And you can do a lot of cute stuff because in a smaller chunk of a mini quilt, you can feature a lot more different fabrics. So I kind of tend to go one extreme or the other depending on the mood that I'm in, right? But either one of those, I mean, every size would be fine, really. But I mean, the 8 and the 10 inch are kind of like in that same range. So if you want to go cutesy small, go for the 6 inch. Or if you want to whip up bigger quilts quicker, the 12 inch would be awesome. Okay. Hi, Ruby Red. She says, hi, Vanessa. Apologies for being late. No worries. This is all recorded. Anybody can tune in whenever, but we are closing the doors to my quilt club tonight at midnight. She says, I just joined the club. I can't wait to get started. Awesome. So you have the first 6 videos are already posted there for you to start watching them tonight. And then we'll get started, right? So our first live Q&A chat, for those of you that are already in the club, is this Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern. Remember, if you can't make it because of the time zone or you work, whatever it is, they're all recorded. However, we are taking questions differently so we can be a little bit more organized now. When you log into the club content page, there is a link where it says like the club calendar and important info. Where you see the live chat number 1, it says use this link to submit your questions. When you click on there, it's a Google document that you'll fill in what your question is. You can even upload a picture if you're trying to show me something specific, like, hey, why did I get this little thing here? Why did this happen to my piece when I was sewing, right? So anything like that that you want me to see, you can submit it there. And so all these questions, I'm going to be answering them on Sunday live. And so if you can't make the live, you can still add your question there and know that it will be answered in the live. So when you do get a chance to go back and watch the recording, you know your question is going to be answered. Obviously, if you have a pressing question, just email me directly and I can just email you back. But if you want me to answer your question via like a visual with the camera angles that I'll have on Sunday during the live chat, then you definitely want to submit it that way. Okay? Oh, thank you, Amy. She says, I love how y'all operate your family business. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right, let's see. Susanna says, why does your site have ads pop up when trying to log in? So because we started off as a blog from years ago, we have ads on our site, like pop-up ads, because that allows us obviously to make revenue off visits of people coming to access just like free tutorials or whatever on my website. But once you log in, no pop-up ads appear, obviously, because if you're logging into my website, it's because you bought something, right? You paid for a class, you're in a club, and so we don't want to bother y'all with pop-up ads on that end. So once you log in, you don't see any more ads and you can, dig around all your courses and watch all your video content easily. So hopefully that explains that. Okay, let's see. What is the cost for the patterns? So the individual ones, they're going to be bundled together. Ooh, I don't want to misspeak. It's like 20 bucks, I think. 20, 24? I don't know. Individually, I know they're like 6 bucks or 6.50 each, but I think the bundle of 4 is like 20, 24. Something like that. When we list it on the site, I'll send out an email to all the club members. That way, anybody who wants to get the little bundle of patterns, you'll know, and the price will be up there, but it's in that range, okay? All right. Janet says, I like the updated website. Awesome. Yes, okay. KLS is asking, where's the calendar? When you log in to the Quilt Club page, start at the top. I sent this out in an email today. When you sign up for the club, please start at the top. Please read everything that I've included there. Please watch the videos because I find that a lot of times people will ask a question and it's already something that's been covered in the content that I created for you to access right up front. Sorry that I keep moving this chair. I had a chair here holding all my stuff, but I was trying to keep it out of the camera shot. So it's there under important club information. You'll see the calendar and all the information there that you need to know exactly where it is. Okay? All right. Yes, Kathy says, I love the new website and the ability to check off the steps as you complete them. So this is part of the way that it works. All the courses have like all their individual videos. I have them broken up into bite-sized pieces. And as you watch a video, you can check it off as completed. So if you take time off and then you go back, you'll know exactly where you are instead of having to start at the beginning. You know which video you left off on, which project you want to tackle next, and all that. Okay? Okay. My goodness, have I really been talking for an hour answering questions? I thought I was going to be here for like 30 minutes. Well, y'all had great questions. I'm so happy to see that so many of you have joined. And if anybody else is interested in joining my Clammy Quilt Club, where we're going to tackle all these cool curved blocks and mini quilts, remember, I said that this is best for confident beginners or intermediate level quilters because we are not covering basic stuff. Okay, we will go through like how to finish the mini quilts and quilt them, give you some ideas, making and attaching binding and all that stuff, but this is by no means a beginner sewing course, okay? This is like for people looking for a challenge, or maybe who have tried curves in the past and have had some failed attempts. This is where I get to share with you a bunch of tips, tricks, techniques, and we make 5 super cute mini quilts together, okay? All right, so yeah, so we're going to call it quits. Remember, if you have specific questions for me, you can always email us. Any customer service issues, address changes, all this kind of stuff, you can email our team at bea@craftygemini.com. And then for those of you that are still looking to sign up for the club, you can head over to craftygemini.com/shop. There's also a link in the YouTube box, in the description box of this YouTube video if you're watching on YouTube, and you can sign up there. Remember, tonight at midnight, we close the doors and we're getting started. Okay, so thanks again, everybody, for tuning in. Thanks for all the great questions. If you're in the club, I will see you on Sunday for our first live Q&A chat, and I can't wait to see your mini quilts. Good night, everybody, and enjoy your weekend. Bye.